Want some serious brownie points? Why not buy the beer lover in your family one of these? Kegerator, this is the 2-tap kegerator, so you can have 2 different beers on at once. $1,300 gets you the whole lot. 2 kegs, a gas bottle, the fridge, and the taps. It even comes with a drip tray as well. This is how much space it takes up, so it will fit in anyone's cave, anyone's pool room. Hey, why not stick it next to the normal fridge in the kitchen? Absolutely fantastic start to the day. How does it work? It's very simple. When it comes to kegging, these kegerators are about the simplest way to get started. The fridge is actually the unit that holds all the gear. So we have a temperature controlled fridge. This fridge not only keeps your beer cold, but this fridge can also double as a temperature controlled fermentation unit. So when you want to get those brews down nice and cold, if you're making a lager for instance, you need those cold temperatures to ferment. Or if you're making an ale in the middle of summer and it's 40 degrees outside, it's hard to keep temperatures regulated, you can still ferment your ales in here. When it comes to kegging, it isn't that hard. Now, when I first started kegging, a little bit intimidated because there's gas lines and there's all sorts of bits and pieces that you need, but it is really simple. You have your keg. This is your standard 19 litre keg. You have the lid, it's got a gas release, pressure release, and then you have a in and an out. Obviously the in coupling is for the gas and the out is where the good stuff comes out, your beers, your ciders, your ginger beers, and people even just put water in here and have soda water on tap if you're a big, soda water drinker, or you can even make your own versions of your soda streams and things like that and have them on tap. Great novelty for the kids party. Why not have 19 litres of red cordial or fizzy red cordial on tap? That'll get it going. Anyway, onto the nuts and bolts of it. These white couplings, sometimes they're grey couplings. That's your gas line. Nice and easy. That goes on there. The black line is your beer. So line out. Nice and easy. So gas in, beer out. Now your gas bottle we'll show you in a moment, but that in this system here, it sits around the back. And your regulator here is what regulates the gas coming from the bottle and regulating it into your kegs. And you've also got another gauge which tells you how much gas is regulating the flow of beer. You need to get a good flow of beer, otherwise you're going to get a heady beer, you're going to get a very slow pouring beer, you're not going to get enough carbonation. It doesn't get any simpler. So this black line goes straight to one of these taps, and there you go. So when it comes to hooking up your regulator to your gas, the secret is not too tight. It's just got to be on and firm, and you can just bake up some soapy water in a spray bottle and make sure it's not leaking. The biggest killer to a CO2 bottle is a slight leak. There's nothing worse than if you're trying to gas up a keg or you're about to have a party, you open up that tap and you've run out of gas. It's an absolute nightmare, and I can guarantee you will be when Brews R Us are closed or your local CO2 supplier is closed, that you've run out of gas. Right? It's like running out of gas for the barbecue, same thing. So get yourself a gas bottle, make sure there's no leaks. This side screws into the gas bottle. This is your tap to obviously adjust how much pressure goes into those kegs, and these are your gauges. The first gauge is how much gas is in the bottle. The second gauge is how much gas and how much pressure is going into those kegs and for pouring your beers in your taps. So get yourself set up. This is the most simplest, easiest way to get into kegging. You can go into buying a second-hand fridge, drilling a hole through the door, putting a tap in there, which we'll show you as well. Or you can go as advanced as Mark and myself, where we actually have taps dedicated on a bar with separate lines and separate fridges. It gets a little bit more complicated, but it's very authentic if you like going for that authentic look. So get yourself a kegerator and get into kegging. Alright Craig, we've just gone through the basics of kegging. Tell us what else you can get into once the addiction really takes
over. Yep. Well, we've got the tap panel adapter, which goes straight through your door.
Yes.
So that goes through there. You have a line on here going onto your keg.
Yes.
You'd have a regulator doing the same thing.
Yes.
Going through the side of your fridge.
Yes.
Onto your other side of your keg.
Yes.
So and that's really all you need. So if you want to get into kegging, obviously, rather than buying the $1,300 one,
yes,
you can do that with your own domestic fridge.
Yeah, exactly. Don't tell the wife. Drill a hole through the fridge door, and away you go.
Well, what happens is that you get her fridge, and she gets a brand new one.
Ah,
that's what you got to do.
Talking. Okay, so if you want some ideas and tips and things like that, you just really have to do an internet search on how to put one of these through a fridge door. There's that much stuff out there on the internet. How to hook it up? We'll come in and talk to Craig. He'll set you up with all the gear.
Lovely.
What else have we got here?
We've got a what they call a growler,
yes.
2 litres, so that's like having a 6-pack.
Yep.
You can actually fill that up if you're doing it at home. Obviously, if you're home brewing or coming through us, you can just fill that up straight through the tap.
Sure. And
that'll give you a six stubbies worth.
Great.
So when you go and the top is sealed.
Yes.
You open that up, and then you can actually buy these back off us each time you do it.
So instead of all your mates coming around and drinking all your beer, you just take a small sample for them to try.
Correct. And then they can do their own.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
all right. Now, getting a little bit more serious with summer coming up, maybe some bigger barbecues, family Christmas function.
Correct. So what you can do with this one, you can put this into a esky.
Yes.
With ice.
Yep.
Fill that up, which is about 5 to 6 litres worth. You've got your own little carbonation on the side.
Great.
That can actually push out the amount of beer that's in there, plus your tap.
Oh, okay.
And really, you got your own mobile little keg system.
Fantastic. And these are just your little soda bulbs.
Soda bulbs, yep.
Fantastic. Great.
So they're
little tiny regulator.
Correct. It's got the gauge on the side. Works a treat.
Good stuff, mate. Thanks very much. And you've always got this in stock?
Always got these in stock, and you can obviously bottle with us.
Yes.
And then you could even fill up the rest in this. So
fantastic.
You don't have to just do all the bottling.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Excellent.
Thanks very much, mate.
Good on you.
Great.
Thanks.
So we've got Adam here. He's madly filling these stubbies. I'm trying to keep him up because the camera crew and the sound guy got a bit of a taste for the old Ninja Ginger. I'm the Ginger Ninja. They've got the Ninja Ginger, the ginger beer, and they are now taking a couple of cartons home with them. And that's another option that you can do down here at Brews R Us. You can buy 6-packs and take them away, try them before you come down and do a brew. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks for watching BrewTV for another episode. We've had a great time making this series, and please support our supporters. Our sponsors have done a great job with us, and remember, drive safe. Hey, that's my keg. Give me my keg.